Hi everybody, this is Life of God. I hope this is the right channel. We'll see if this is the life of God. Yeah, it's the right channel. So basically, today I'm gonna talk about. There's really no people watching, but I'm gonna talk about understanding lucid dreaming and how to do it. So how to lucid dream. It is really simple. Uh, not many people can do it, but it's simple when you know the technique and what you should do. First thing, now understanding what is lucid dreaming. Most people know what lucid dreaming is, but I'm gonna you know, uh, with I would just tell you. So, lucid dreaming is when you are conscious, you know that you're dreaming within a dream. So in a dream, you suddenly know that you're dreaming. That could be like, it could be an induced lucid dream, or it could just be like a realization of that you're in a dream. And that could be caused by multiple things, such as uh, I think it's called like mm, reality checks. I will cover that later, but for now I'm gonna tell you like what is lucid dreaming. So it's basically when your physical body detaches from your mind, and your consciousness is really in your mind, and then your mind starts to like create a reality for you. Some people like to say that it's basically uh, another dimension, or like another place, like a higher dimension. I think the fourth dimension actually. But for me, I think it's another dimension. It's the dimension of thoughts, where there are thought forms. Basically, you create with your thoughts. You don't use your senses, but attached to your thoughts. So how do you do it? How do you control? How do you know that you're in a dream? Just imagine how awesome it would be. So the way I do it is, yeah, you can do it in many ways. I have done it in, I would say, two ways. The first one is just realization that you're in a dream, with, as I said earlier, with reality checks. And what are reality checks? Reality checks are basically, in example, one reality that you count your fingers, because in the dream you have more fingers or less fingers. It depends, because usually you have your fingers like this. You don't really focus on how many fingers you have, and your mind gets a little bit confused. So it likes to, like, it doesn't know how many fingers you have. So count your fingers, like with another finger, because it's really hard to think when you're in a dream. You become so unconscious of your actions in a dream that you can do. That's why you do like crazy things that you wouldn't do in your life, because you're unconscious. It's like a reflex to do things. So count your fingers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another thing, second reality check is with a clock. If you have a watch, your time, look away, watch again, and if it will be the same, then it probably is a dream. I mean, it isn't a dream, but if it has changed, it's different, then it's a dream. The third reality check is to hold your nose and breathe. That sound though. But if you can't breathe, that means you're in a dream. If you can't, like, you're not in a dream. And breathe underwater. Try to go to, like, let's say you're dreaming of being on a boat, jump in the water and see if you can breathe. Because if it's normally, like, if you wonder, like, am I in a dream, it probably is because you're in a dream. Like, why should you else wonder why you're in a dream? Like, I know this isn't a dream because I know, I can. It's too real. Nothing is changing. But it's some next level stuff. You just go with intuitive, But the second method is just random realizations. Suddenly you're just, whoa, I'm in a dream. Awesome. And the third technique is, or method, is really hard, and that's actually the wild technique. The reason why it's called wild is because it stands for wakened into lucid dream. Basically, you're conscious all the way through when you're awake to basically not sleeping, not your consciousness, you're conscious basically. And I don't like that technique, but it's all about just controlling your mind and having no fears, because what happens usually is sleep paralysis, and basically people describe sleep paralysis as something bad, but it's not really so bad. It's basically, if you have an intention of going to a bad place, you have a lot of fear in you, you will basically experience horrible things. I'm not trying to scare you or anything, but this is like the truth. And also, don't be scared. Like, we all gonna die someday. You want to experience, like, lucid dreaming. It's awesome. So don't you really have to work on eliminating all the fears within you. So the way I like to do it is, I will talk about sleep paralysis later, but how to do it. So the way I like to do it is there are, of course, multiple, like, methods, but the way I do it is not so common. I like to go to sleep as I usually would, and I listen to, like, music that makes me sleepy, and I try to stay focused all the way. I succeed when I'm really tired, because the thing is, you need to be really tired, like, really, like, you don't want to go up like, mm, I need to brush my teeth, that kind of tired, not tired like, oh, I'm tired, you know no, you need to be like, I'm tired. And when you're so tired, you can really, you have a higher chance of, like, having a lucid dream basically. And yeah, so how, no, wait, this thing with lucid dreaming, okay, no, the second method is to Go to sleep as you usually would, and around 3 hours after you've fallen asleep, you want to set an alarm. Then you want to wake up in the middle of the night. Then you will be tired because you want to stay up for like maybe a minute or something. Then is again, close your eyes and try to not fall asleep. And how do you do that? Basically, think like consciously, like I'm awake. I'm gonna enter a lucid dream. I am entering a lucid dream. I am feeling sleepy, but I'm conscious, stuff like that. And then you will have a higher chance of accessing your dream. And, you know, that's how I do it. But now, sleep paralysis. Is it safe? Is it scary? Most of the times, for me, it isn't scary at all. You know, it actually happened once that it was scary, like people say, but because it's true. You see some disturbing things. You know, it could be really freaky, or it could be like, holy shit, this is actually cool. I feel this is like a movie, but it feels very, very real. Sleep paralysis. This is like a explanation of the whole sleep paralysis thing. Basically, sleep paralysis is a state, like when the and no, how do you know when the sleep paralysis is coming? You know that by vibrations. You're vibrating. You can feel tingling sensations. You basically are vibrating your whole body, inside, outside. Buzzing sounds like woo, 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 or bells like stuff like that. And the thing I think is, if it's like bells, like that is probably because you're in a high vibrational state. That means you're not in fear. You're not in fear. You have the intention of love. And if you have like whoa, 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 it's a low vibration waves. That means you're in a low vibration. That means fear and stuff like that. But if you feel like whoa, whoa, that you can just enter the sleep paralysis. And now, what happens when you enter the sleep paralysis? You're on your back, like this. You open your eyes, you can't move, you can't speak. You want to scream, you can't scream. You have all your senses. That means you have your sight, you can smell, you can feel, you can hear. See, hear, smell, touch, and taste. Yeah, 5 senses. Basically, you're like this. And if you don't think, because whatever thing you're thinking of creates your reality. If you think of negative things, you're like, I feel like someone is gonna go out from the closet. Well, guess what? Someone is gonna come out from that closet. It's just a thing that happens whenever you create with your mind. So that's why I said in the beginning, like, you need to control your mind, your thoughts. That's the most important things. But if you really want to experience how it feels, I think no one would actually want to experience like a really bad sleep paralysis, which I did once. But to not like experience bad stuff, I would recommend you to meditate, guided meditations, or meditate without, just meditate the way you would usually do. And what you need to do is basically to get this emotion of love. And when you feel the love, that's when you can really enter the sleep, or try to go to a lucid dream or astral project. You want to have no fears. You want to be well prepared for lucid dreaming and astral projection. Uh, if you don't want to you have to be very strict. You need to really control your thoughts, as I said before, because if you think like go wrong, then there's a higher chance that something is gonna go wrong. If you think like nothing is gonna go wrong, guess what? Nothing is gonna go wrong. But you have to know. Knowing is the best, because if you know that something is gonna happen, then it's gonna happen because you've created. Because there's the thing. You can say, "I hope," "I don't want to," "I think," but if you say, "I know," that's and you have to really know. You can say, "I know," and then you're just like, I don't know." You have to know, really know that something is gonna happen. So what you should do when you enter the sleep paralysis, just close your eyes. When you close your eyes, you want to get that feeling again with love, the feeling with freedom, peace, and safe, that you're safe. Like this. Imagine a white light, it's all like I've seen it describing in like horror movies where they say, imagine a white light. Well, it's true. It's like protecting yourself from negative beings, but that's the bad way to say it now, because now you're probably scared. You really don't feel safe anymore when I say this. That's why I said imagine a light, because the white light, the color white is like the most, it's the color of life, the color of love, the color of the universe, God, everything good. Imagine that how do you want to feel? Like if you want to feel love, think about the white light, like all over your body. And don't think like it's just a protection. No, it's just the way you want to be. You want to be a being of light. Don't think about protecting yourself. Be Think about being a light being, basically. Then just slowly try to imagine whatever you want to experience. Just close your eyes when you enter the sleep paralysis. If you hear any, like, as I said, of the five senses, if you like feel the five senses, something like when you hear someone, just go on with it and ignore that, basically, or just let it flow, like in meditation. Just try to see what you want to see, basically. Maybe you want to be at your room, at house, in your home. Maybe you want to be with your friends in that dream. Maybe you want to be with a celebrity. Maybe you want to be on a plane. But the thing I would recommend is not to, if you're like, if you have a lot of fears, you feel like you have a lot of fear in you, that I wouldn't recommend being in like dangerous occasions, like on an airplane, because with one thought you can just make that plane go down and crash, and that would be a frightening experience. If you think that nothing is going to hurt you, nothing is going to hurt you. But if you think like it's nothing is going to hurt you, kind of fun, like falling, uh, but or like being in the middle of the like forest when it's dark. One thought could create a lot of negative like emotions, negative situations. Same thing goes with everything. Like if it's night and I had like stuff going on. Like I thought about the lights turning off in the night, and it did. Scary stuff in my room, and scary stuff came. That's why I quitted, lucid dreaming when I was 14, because I didn't know. I didn't know why I was creating so much negative things, but now I know. You know, and the thing you need to really focus on is you have to know that you are you can't feel any pain, and you can't really, you know, you can't really die. You're completely safe. You can't feel any pain. You will not get hurt. No, nothing can hurt you. You are the most powerful thing, and you create the environment within your dream. So if something scary is happening, don't panic, because that's what your subconscious mind wants. You want to really stop for a moment, close your eyes, think about what you want to do. Like, how do you want to feel? If you want to feel good, then like see that thing that is running towards you, that scary thing. Run towards it as well. Face your fears, because facing your fears was the thing that really helped me to defeat my fears in the dreams. I saw a tornado. I said face my fears, and I jumped into that tornado. I saw like ninjas, or not ninjas, but like demon monsters. I said, wait a minute, I'm stronger than them, and I, I'm be- I became light. My hands were out of light. I started punching them like freaking, like like Superman. It felt so good. Like from fear to being so awesome. Face your fears, no matter what it is. If you see a demon in your room, like ooh, go to that demon, go like ooh, and see what that demon is gonna do to you, because the demon can't do shit to you. Like imagine someone standing, like looking at you in the dark with their eyes. Go up to that person, look in the eyes. What up? Like, what is it gonna do? Is it gonna punch you? You can't feel any pain. Like it's gonna basically be funny, like ooh, be scary. And I'm like poof, and you're gone. That's how easy it is, really. But you need to really be have balls to do it. Like you really need to be a person to do it. So yeah, this was it for this video. Hope you enjoy. If you like, leave a like, and if you want to see more, then subscribe to my channel. This will be like, I'm gonna do spiritual stuff, lucid dreaming, astral projection, which I am going to try today. Yeah, I'm gonna try it today, and I will succeed. That's the intention. I'm gonna succeed. So yeah, see you.